Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be building a box for the bed of the pickup truck. The issue right now is I previously had I had 10 bags of sand in the back of the pickup, and once it snowed, they all slid forward. So as you can see down here, so as I was saying, I got my 10 bags of tube sand, 60 pounds each. I originally had it in the bed of the pickup truck here. Once we got our first snow, it melted, everything slid forward. So I just chipped away the ice, I chipped them all out, got them out of there. What I plan to do now is measure out the wheel wells, or the humps in the pickup truck. This is a Ford F-150 2016. I want to get boards left to right on the front of the humps and the back. I have a bunch of spare 2x4s and connecting them 1, 2, probably 3. I might have left, right, and then 2 in the middle, but just enough room so these bad boys can sit there without sliding over. So what I plan to do, because I do have my my bikes here, my 2018 Honda Grom and my Suzuki GS 500F in here for the winter. I don't want the miter saw to get dust everywhere over the bikes. I should probably grab a quick cover to cover these, but anyways, what I plan to do is use my Milwaukee framing saw, which I have right here. Gonna open this up, basically get this guy going and measure out some quick lumber. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just needs to last me at least this winter. If I need to redo it next winter, that's not a problem. So let's get to it. All right, so what I have measured out, and again, this is my sketch of what I planned, what I described. Gonna have the wheel well humps, so these humps right there. I'm gonna measure these out. So left to right, I have my tape measure. As you can see, I have about 64 inches. So a little over 5 feet. I'm gonna probably do that an inch short. I don't want to cram it in there. I just need it to get blocked so it doesn't shift back and forth. So I'm gonna do 63 inches left to right on the front and back. So I'll write that down on my pad here, 63 inches even. And then I'm gonna take the tape, measure front to back from the hump. All right, so it looks like what I'm gonna do here is I was able to get some boards. I believe these are 2x6. These are 2x6s right here. I do have enough, luckily. I have 2 of them. So I'm measuring 63. Got my framing square here. And just gonna mark that off. Do a couple cuts with I got my Milwaukee framing saw. I'll be right back. All right, because I don't have a tripod set up, I am gonna have to put this down just for safety's sake so I can hold on to the board. Gonna give it a rip. All right, people, this is why you measure twice. Not really sure what the deal is here, but it's less than 63, so we'll remeasure and get it in here nice and snug. Okay, so the original drawing of 63 is accurate for the backside. I didn't originally take into account that there is a little bulge. There is a little bulge here on the front side of the hump. So the front side is, I'm gonna cut that 57. This at 63 is fine. All right, and as I said, the front side measuring out at 57. Gonna give this, already marked it once. Gonna get my framing square all the way across. Give that a cut. All right, so I got the backboard in, got the front one. So I did a little over 57, so about 57.25 for the front. I got 63 even on the back. Now I just need to measure and double check, make sure I have enough front to back support braces. All right, and just to give you a quick setup, it did start to snow here, so it's a good timing. This is the setup mid-construction in the back of the truck. Again, just doing everything. You don't need any special tools for this, just a circular saw. You could even use a handsaw. So this is where I'm at right now. All right, so just because I already had them, I'm using 3.5-inch decking screws. These have the Torx on them, so using this tip, they really drive good, drive pretty well into the wood. So gonna get I got the whole box right here. Gonna get this in and give that a whirl. Just a top tip, because ideally if you had somebody else to help you, this would be easier. Use a couple tubes. This 120 pounds of sand right there. I'm going to keep that board in place and screw into here. So that should be fine to get me started. I'll reverse it, take the bags out, put them here, and screw in from the front just to get everything in. Also, in the future, if I had a brad nailer, this would make the job a little bit easier, but not too bad right now. All right, we're going for it. Yeah, it's difficult with one hand, but you get the idea. Screw, I'm gonna 2 on each side, just because I have to get a drill shot in here. I'm doing left-handed, even though I'm right-handed. Damn it, it's really difficult with one hand. Need to get it, come on. There we go. Almost. All right, I don't want to strip it, but we're good. Boom. All right, I was having some issues with my framing saw. I think it's because I didn't have a good level area outside. So I'm gonna go ahead with the miter saw here. All right, so we have everything framed out here. We got left, right. So 4 from front to back. Those are 2x4s. I have a 2x6 going left to right. On the back, again, that's a 63-inch. The front, I have a 57-inch. And the front to back are 35 inches. A couple are 34.5 because my boards are a little warped. But what I plan to do, again, put all 600 pounds of tube sand in my pickup truck for added traction during the winter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. Getting there. In progress. Just trying to work out what the orientation is best. Give it another couple minutes and we'll be done. All right, there you have it, folks. So I have 10 60-pound sand tubes in my 2016 Ford F-150. When I'm doing this, the main thing I was trying to do is make sure that I put these 2 bags just to squash everything. Preferably, there'd be a little bit more weight towards the rear versus the front. That's why I have these 2 spacers and more of the weight back here. But the whole point, again, is just to keep these from sliding around all winter. It's easy enough if I need to disassemble this wood or reuse it in the spring. Just a handful of screws, not a big deal. So that's how to easily make your sandbags, your sandbag holder for the Ford F-150. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let me know. All said and done, this took me maybe an hour. I kind of took my time. I was also filming this, but you could probably bang this out in half hour or less if you had all the tools set up and everything. So if you like this video, if it was helpful, feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I got more Ford F-150 content coming, videos. I also have an Audi page. I also have Honda Grom, which you may have seen earlier in there, as well as some animal critter videos. So catch you guys later. See you.